So I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in the series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around just a little bit as I go along. Right now, I am in chapter 9 of Leviticus. So, Leviticus chapter 9. Aaron makes an atonement by sacrifice for himself and all Israel. He and his sons offer sacrifices. Glory of the Lord appears to all. Fire from the Lord consumes offerings on altar. Sounds exciting. And it came to pass on the 8th day that Moses called Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel. And he said unto Aaron, Take thee a young calf for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering, without blemish, and offer them before the Lord. And unto the children of Israel thou shalt speak, saying, Take ye a kid of the goats for a sin offering, and a calf and a lamb, both of the first year, without blemish, for a burnt offering, also a bullock and a ram for peace offerings to sacrifice before the Lord, and a meat offering mingled with oil, for today the Lord will appear unto you. Now note, this is the 8th day, because remember, in chapter 8, Aaron and his sons had to be sanctified for 7 days before they could do anything. So this is after their consecration, after they have been fully set apart as the priests and are now ready. Now Moses is saying, okay, we're going to start. This is going to be our first ones, first sacrifices. Verse 5. And they brought that which Moses commanded before the tabernacle of the congregation, and all the congregation drew near and stood before the Lord. And Moses said, This is the thing which the Lord commanded that ye should do, and the glory of the Lord shall appear unto you. And Moses said unto Aaron, Go unto the altar, and offer thy sin offering, and thy burnt offering, and make an atonement for thyself and for the people. And offer the offering of the people, and make an atonement for them, as the Lord commanded. And Aaron therefore went unto the altar, and slew the calf of the sin offering, which was for himself. And the sons of Aaron brought the blood unto him. And he dipped his finger in the blood, and put it upon the horns of the altar, and poured out the blood at the bottom of the altar. But the fat and the kidneys and the caul above the liver and of the sin offering he burnt upon the altar, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the flesh and the hide he burnt with fire without the camp. And he slew the burnt offering, and Aaron's sons presented unto him the blood, which he sprinkled round about upon the altar. And they presented the burnt offering unto him, with the pieces thereof, and the head, and he burnt them upon the altar. And he did wash the inwards and the legs, and burnt them upon the burnt offering on the altar. Okay, so again rehashing, this is now Aaron doing his own sacrifices. It says, Moses did it the first time, kind of teaching them, this is how it's done, and to set them apart. Now Aaron is doing it for himself, and then he will do it for the congregation, as we read before. This is the initial sacrifices. We start now. The people are being set apart as a chosen people of the Lord. Verse 15. And he brought the people's offering, and took the goat, which was the sin offering for the people, and slew it, and offered it for sin as the first. And he brought the burnt offering, and offered it according to the manner. And he brought the meat offering, and took an handful thereof, and burnt it upon the altar beside the burnt sacrifice of the morning. He slew also the bullock and the ram for a sacrifice of peace offerings, which was for the people. And Aaron's sons presented unto him the blood, which he sprinkled upon the altar round about, and the fat of the bullock, and of the ram, the rump, and that which covereth the inwards, and the kidneys, and the caul above the liver. And they put the fat upon the breasts, and he burnt the fat upon the altar. And the breasts and the right shoulder Aaron waved for a wave offering before the Lord, as Moses commanded. And Aaron lifted up his hand toward the people, and blessed them, and came down from offering of the sin offering, and the burnt offerings, and peace offerings. And Aaron and Moses went into the tabernacle of the congregation, and came out, and blessed the people. And the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the people. And there came a fire out from before the Lord, and consumed upon the altar the burnt offering and the fat, which when all the people saw, they shouted and fell on their faces. So here we go. Again, remember the couple of chapters ago we talked about there was a certain way to do the sin offering for a priest. Then there was another way to do it for the congregation as a whole. Then there's another way to do it for individuals, whether they're rulers or commoners. And what we see here is Aaron first did a sin offering for himself as a priest, which burnt it outside the camp. And then he did it as for the congregation as a whole, as he did the first one, because they were both supposed to be the same. So we are again getting this repetition showing us that they are doing what God told them to do. And this is the beginning. It's not every time they do it, they don't describe it in the Bible. They only really describe it at this beginning point, saying this is where it started, this is how it started, this is why it started, and this is what we do. So, I'll see you in the next one.